With a population of around 600, the tiny town of Virgin, Utah is compared by its mayor to Mayberry RFD.
We're a Mayberry-like town. That's what I like to refer it to. And there's some people that want change and growth and some that don't. And then some that say, well, we do, but only if it can be the way I want it.
Located about 15 miles from the main entrance to Zion National Park, this small bedroom community is seeing growth due to a major increase in tourism. It's something the town would like to glean from with a positive impact.
We cannot sustain ourselves with increasing taxes on the residents. So it's been an issue to try to bring business to town. And the question, of course, is how and where. And I think the town has pretty much agreed on tourist-related businesses.
The question being posed to voters during a special election on June 27th is whether to allow or deny a recently passed land ordinance by the town council. The Camping Resort Zoning District, or CRZ, could allow outdoor camping resorts along SR 9 and two other major arterial roads.
Not in any residential area, but they must be on a major thoroughfare street, and listed a few examples of streets, but it did not assign specific areas.
But opponents to this recent zoning say voters were faced with a similar RV campground voting issue 2 years ago.
And at that time, I was on the planning and zoning. In fact, I was chairman, and we voted it down 5-0, yet the town council went ahead and approved it. And some concerned citizens got together and created a referendum, which resulted in that law actually being overturned. Now here we are 2 years later, basically fighting the same battle, which is why this referendum is called Here We Go Again.
The newest camp zone considers 5-acre-plus parcels for camping sites along the length of SR 9, the Corridor Terrace Road, and even along Sheep's Bridge Road. However, the town council would still have to go through a rezoning process on a case-by-case basis.
This ordinance did not allow for any developer to come in and automatically go on any one of these streets. It gives them the parameters, then they have to pick a property, and then they have to attempt to get it rezoned. So it's, to me, and to those on the council that approved this, that this is an extra step of protection for the citizens.
Opponents argue the new plan is overarching and doesn't reflect the will of the people from a recent town survey or the master plan.
But what came out of the survey was that over 80% of the population agreed that yes, maybe one or two more RV parks would be acceptable, but at the far east of town, where the highway resort is. No one envisaged having RV parks scattered all the way through SR 9 or on the two arterial roads.
Rural homeowner and resident Monty Lutz lives just on the edge of town. While he says he's not opposed to growth or campgrounds, he didn't move here over 10 years ago to be faced with the possibility of one being placed right next to him.
I didn't sign up for an RV park and Winnebagos and Prevos and 60 to 80 campfires affecting my health, the noise coming and going at all hours, and the light pollution. We have a dark skies ordinance here. We really want to keep it that way.
He wants his promise fulfilled.
This is all rural residential. That was a promise. You know, we have a resort development zone. That was a promise. Let's just keep the promises and sit down and work together. If people really want to work together in good faith, and that's the key, in good faith, we can solve this problem. If not, we're going to have more of these ballot initiatives, and we'll have a schism that eventually in this town will become a gulf too wide to bridge.
But the mayor says the new zoning tightly regulates campgrounds similar to this one on the east side. This campground was rated among the top 50 in the country, but is almost always full.
Somebody just can't come in here willy-nilly and put in whatever they want. The town, they still must go through the planning procedure and the approval procedure, and the town, under this conditional use permit.
The arguments both for and against are listed in a voter pamphlet for all to see. It will now be up to the residents in this community to come together either one way or the other, or go back to square one and create a new one. In Virgin, Melissa Anderson, CEC News.